We are just 5 days away from the start of the Philadelphia Eagles training camp, and there is another new report on Eagles tight end Zach Ertz. How do I feel about it and why am I disappointed? I'll explain all that and more coming up next.
The following announcement has been paid for by
The ENN Podcast.
He has a good energy, guys.
Yeah. Can you believe it?
Sports.
Can you feel it? Can you feel that excitement?
The merchandise, wearing the hats.
Chris Wild here live from Lincoln Finance.
And I'm telling you, if you let Eli Manning walk into that stadium,
Music.
Wow.
Man, again, and I hate to do this again, but these are goosebumps.
Whoa!
And more.
what's his next book gonna be called? Spineless?
Mike.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the ENN Podcast. I'm professional wrestler Chris Wild, live from bar 4133. We are officially in the dog days of summer, with training camp just 5 days away for most teams and for the Philadelphia Eagles to start their 2021 campaign. Nothing but excitement here as far as that goes. I've said it before, as much as I love the beach and bikinis of summertime, I cannot wait to finally see some real football. And I say real football because 2020, with COVID and no fans, it just wasn't real to me. I'm sorry, it just wasn't. Now look, if the Eagles won the Super Bowl, I might be saying something a little bit different, but it just wasn't real. I feel like this year, fans coming back, football being back, it's definitely going to be a different feeling this year, and we will be back to what we do best, tailgating, supporting our teams. I just can't wait. So with that being said, trying to stay positive, I look at this newest report about Eagles tight end Zach Ertz, and I'm a little bit disappointed. Now, this is put out by Howard Eskin, a WIP radio, a love him or hate him type guy that works very closely with the Eagles organization, as he is on the sideline for every game that he goes to, and he's as negative as Howard can be, as stupid as some of his hot takes can be. He never really gets really negative with the Eagles organization. So I look at this report, and I'm going to talk about it here in a second, and I kind of think maybe this is information that was purposely pushed out by the Eagles. Yes, the conspiracy theory could be real here. As Howard Eskin says, I'm going to throw the graphic up and paraphrase, that he's now hearing that Zach Ertz has a good chance of being with the Eagles at the start of the season. He's working out with teammates at the facility. He'll be there at the start of training camp, and he has put the issues behind him. I kind of have to call bullshit on that, and the reason being, the whole thing that Zach Ertz was upset about was his contract. Now, he hasn't gotten a new contract. He hasn't gotten an extension. So that issue just doesn't go away. I'm sure he didn't just go, yeah, I'm not getting paid. Oh, well, see you in free agency next year. Secondly, and Howard does a tweet a little bit later in the day saying that it's nothing but positive, Zach Ertz coming back to the Eagles, because he's a good locker room guy. Now look, again, Zach Ertz is one of my favorite players to ever put on an Eagles jersey. I've talked about it in the past. I've talked about it in length in videos about what he means to this team, to this franchise, to that championship that we won in 2017. I would love for him to be an Eagle for life. Absolutely would love it. But does it make sense? It just doesn't make sense. I want to see this team win. I want to see this team be good in the future. Zach Ertz being on the 2021 Philadelphia Eagles is just not a positive thing. Now, sure, it might be positive for the offense, but let's look at the best case scenario this year with Zach Ertz if he's an Eagle. Let's say he has a monster comeback year, has a great chemistry with the offense, with Jalen Hurts, with Nick Sirianni. He's a Pro Bowl player, and he just has an absolutely unbelievable 10 touchdown, 11 touchdown year for the Eagles. He's a free agent next year. So what that means is now the Eagles are in a spot, even though they have a lot of salary cap money, they're going to have to pay this guy. And then what does that mean for Dallas Goedert? We still will not find out what Dallas Goedert is. Can he be the stud that we think he is? Is he as injury prone as some think? Or is he just an average player? Sitting behind Zach Ertz for another year kind of leaves us wondering what. Now let's also look at what this does for the defense. As I've said before, as I said on yesterday's live, the Philadelphia Eagles are in desperate need of some secondary help. Absolutely desperate need of some secondary help. You've got Darius Slay. After that, you just have a bunch of guys. I mean, we don't know what Zach McPherson's going to be because he's a rookie. He could be awesome, he could be average, or he could be a complete bust. Again, you just don't know. So I don't want to go through a year where I'm watching the NFC East receivers absolutely destroy the Eagles' secondary. I mean, if you have a great offense, which the Eagles could very well, and you have a poor defense, you're going to be in shootouts every single game, just about. And the Eagles play some good defenses, so that's not very likely either. $8.5 million to Zach Ertz this year to just watch him leave next year, no matter what the outcome is of him playing. It just, again, it doesn't make sense to the complete goal, I think, that the Eagles are looking for. That money, that 8.5, can go into getting your second corner. It can go into getting another linebacker. I mean, again, there are holes on this team, and tight end, even without Zach Ertz, is not one of them. You got Richard Rodgers. I know he's very, very old. He's almost on grandpa status. Okay, he's not very, very old, but he's getting up there in age football-wise. And then you've got Dallas Goedert. I mean, again, there's no hole there. I think Goddard's going to be good. But on the defense, there's just so many different holes, so many things that this team needs that you're just going to ignore. It's going to be a very, very tough thing to watch if that's the way it goes. But I don't believe that this statement is put out there because Zach Ertz is going to be with the Eagles in 2021. I've got a conspiracy theory that, again, Howard Eskin, being that sideline reporter for the Philadelphia Eagles, having a very close relationship with Jeffrey Lurie, with the Eagles organization, I believe this information was pushed out from the Eagles to Howard Eskin, to the media, to make it look like they're fine with Zach Ertz being on the team this year, which, again, because right now, teams are not going to trade for Zach Ertz if they know the Eagles are just going to release him, or if they know there's still some kind of tension there brewing between Zach and the organization. They're going to wait. They're going to sit there, and they're going to wait to see what happens, and definitely lowball the Eagles on a trade offer if there is a trade. But now, with it looking like Zach is back on the team and everything's great, it might give teams or GMs a little bit more initiative to trade for him sooner than later. Again, just my opinion. I know NFL GMs are smart guys. Obviously, they could probably see through the bullshit or see through the report. But again, you just don't know. If a tight end goes down in training camp, God forbid, I don't want to see anybody get hurt. But if one goes down in training camp next week from a team, the Eagles might get a phone call, and the offer might be a little bit better than it would have been if, of course, that team thinks the Eagles are going to pay Zach $8.5 to play 1 year and then become a free agent and leave anyway. But just my opinion, guys, and I know I'm now starting to ramble. I want to thank everybody for joining the live yesterday, talking about Steven Nelson unboxing that Sid Justice Mattel Elite, and also talking about that brand new banner that is up on Lincoln Financial Field as the Eagles remove Carson Wentz and replace him with Nick Foles. Yes, I know you don't see the body of Nick Foles, but those are his hands holding that beautiful Lombardi trophy that the Eagles won in 2017, guys. Anything else comes out about Zach or anything else, you can find it here on ENN. And I know it's been everywhere because, again, this is the dead zone as far as news and rumors are concerned. This point in the NFL offseason, just not much going on. I actually saw a news report, people analyzing and dissecting quarterback Aaron Rodgers getting his house deep cleaned. I'm not joking. I'm not bullshitting. People are analyzing, this is the first time that he's ever gotten his house deep cleaned by somebody that wasn't his personal cleaner. You can't make this stuff up, but that's where we are. And hopefully, and I can't wait for that to be over soon, hopefully in 5 days. With that being said, guys, everybody stay hydrated. It is ridiculously hot and humid on the East Coast. I'm sure the West Coast is just absolutely beautiful. Probably really hot as well. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Go Birds.
Eagle Nation to stand.